Jo and welcome to today's video. Today, doing a wrap up of everything that happened in October. Now, October, I didn't read many books, but I did make good progress with my reading challenges. Okay, now that might sound a bit weird, but I'm doing the clock reading challenge, which is a reading challenge which I created it last year. It's lots of fun. I'm doing it again this year. You can find out more information about that. I'll put the link for it down below. It's a very easy challenge to do because it's just 12 books over the course of the year. So technically, I mean, if you're a fast reader, you could actually still take part in this year's challenge if you can finish 12 books before the end of the year. But anyway, the idea is to have a book for every number on the clock face. Okay, and so with the covers of the books, you make up your own clock. So I had a good October for this one because I actually got 2 books off of my list. Now, the reason why I wanted to get ahead with this is because I know December is going to be completely chaotic. I also have a lot of books on my NetGalley TBR, which I'm doing the NetGalley TBR challenge as well. So I wanted to have more time to maybe knock off a couple more of those as well. So anyway, the 2 books that I read for the clock challenge in October are 5 Ways to Seduce a Duke. This one was really good. I enjoyed this one a lot. It's one that I got from Amazon purely because of the title. And I wanted a book for number 5 on the challenge, and so picked this one up. Really glad I did, and will definitely check out more books by the author. You can find my full review for the book. I will link that up for you, so you can check that out. But if you like steamy historical romance, then that's one that you should check out too. The next one that I read was One for Sorrow. This is by Sarah Denzel. I've read some other books by her as well in the past, which I really enjoyed. So when I saw this one come up, I was like, yes, gonna get me a copy of that. And I'm really glad I did because I really enjoyed that one as well. And I definitely want to read the other books in the series. It does have a follow-on, so you do have a little bit of a cliffhanger at the end. There's not complete closure for the story. So yes, I do want to read the 2nd and 3rd books in this series, and also it was really good. Like I said, I've read other books by this author as well. I would put a link down for the video that I did for Poison Orchids, which is also by her. Again, really enjoyed that one. So yeah, I will link those up for you down below anyway. And I highly recommend checking out her work. Okay, so yes, that was that one, and that got me the 1 as well, which means I am now only missing a book for number 11 on my clock. So I'm just 1 down. 11 is not that easy a number to find a book for, though. So if you have any suggestions of books with the number 11 in the title, can be written as a word or as a number, then please let me know your suggestions down in the comment section below so that I can check those out, because I will probably be doing the clock reading challenge next year as well, just because it's a lot of fun. And I do actually have a lot of books on my bookshelf which have numbers 1 to 12 in them, so it's also quite easy. Some numbers are harder than others to find, but anyway, so let me know your suggestions for those. If you have suggestions for other numbers as well, then please feel free to add those down in the comment section as well, because it can be a big help for next year's as well. So there you go. So that was the clock reading challenge. Really good. Now over to the NetGalley TBR reading challenge that I'm doing. Now this is one that I'm doing in the hopes of getting my ratio on NetGalley looking much healthier. My goal is to get it down to get it back to like 100%, and actually clear my TBR so that then I can just request review, and keep that looking really healthy. Now we all know that that's not realistically going to happen because I always add other books to it. Because when you get a really good book come up and you're like, no, but I want to read it and it's available now, and yes, I've got to have it. So yes, I have been naughty. I have added new titles to my NetGalley TBR. It's a bit slap wrist for me, but I did make progress because I read My Darling Daughter by J.P. Delany, which was amazing. I have to say, I am becoming a huge J.P. Delany fan. I've read other books by the author as well. Again, I will link those up for you somewhere. So you can check those out as well. But basically, this author, I just like, there is no book by this author that I don't like so far. They've all been like really amazing. And I've read a few now. So when I saw this one pop up on NetGalley, I was like, okay, I know I promised I wouldn't add any more, but I've got to have this. And I'm so glad I did, because it was a really, really good read. It's not a read for everyone. Lots of trigger warnings on that one. But if you are able to read the book, then it's a really good one. So anyway, you can find my full review for that as well. I will link that up for you. And yeah, if you like J.P. Delany, then this one is a good one as well. And just be wary of the trigger warnings as far as content goes. But anyway, yeah, so those are the books that I read for October. Now, technically, I did do more reading than that. I just got kind of sidetracked. I don't know if this ever happens to you, that you're reading a book, and then for whatever reason, maybe you don't have the book to hand at the time, and you feel like reading, and so you pick up another book. And so you start reading another book. And then maybe, you know, you're in that situation again, and so you end up picking another book up. So you have several books on the go at once. So that's basically what happened to me. I was reading Between the Crosses, which is the second book in the series by Matthew Frank. I already read the first one, which is If I Should Die. Again, I will link that up for you. Again, really enjoyed that one. So I've been looking forward to jumping into the second book in the series, and I am making progress with it, and I am enjoying it, which is really good. But then I got sidetracked in the evening. I ended up reading on my Kindle, which is when I read The One for Sorrow, and then finished that. So I had another one on the go on my Kindle. I started reading The Family Home, which I'm making progress with. That's one which I have from NetGalley. Again, really enjoying it. But so I have that one partially done as well. And then I have this other one right here, which is Revenge of the Middle-Aged Woman, which I bought when I was out and about on the Saturday while my kids were doing guitar and things. And so when I went back to pick them up, and I had a little bit of time left, so I started reading this one as well, because, you know, it was to kill time whilst I was waiting for them to finish their activities. So yeah, I have currently 3 books on the go. Had I just stuck with the one, I probably would have finished that one and therefore had another book for my books read in October. But I don't know. Hopefully it will mean that I have more books to finish for my November wrap up. So that's the plan anyway. But yes, no, I am happy with the progress that I'm making with my reading challenges. I am at least making progress with them. Definitely feeling confident about finishing the clock reading challenge now, which I'm really happy about because it's my challenge. So, you know, it wouldn't look good if I didn't finish my own challenge, really, would it? For the NetGalley TBR challenge, again, it is my challenge, but it's never really been realistic that I would get it down to like completely all books from my TBR. Although that being said, my NetGalley TBR ratio thing, I'm looking good. I am well over my 80% for feedback, so definitely looking more healthy. So anyway, yes, I am happy with the progress there. Anyway, so that is my October. I would love to know what books you read in October. Have you read any of the books that I read this month, or any of the books that I'm partially through reading? And also, are you doing the Clock Reading Challenge? Are you doing the NetGalley TBR Reading Challenge? If you are, then let me know about those down in the comment section below as well, because I would love to know how you're getting on with the challenges. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for other books which would work well for the Clock Reading Challenge, then I would love to hear your suggestions for those, especially if they are in the thriller, crime, psychological thrillers particularly I enjoy, or romance as well. If they're those kind of genres, then I would really like to hear about those. And again, I'm getting more into historical romance again as well. So if you have any suggestions for those, then leave them down in the comment section below as well, because I would love to hear from them. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't already, because it really does help with all the algorithms and everything for the channel. And please give this video a like as well, because again, that really helps increase the visibility of the videos and things as well. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for joining me, and happy reading. Let's hope that November is going to be a really productive month, and I will see you next time. Bye.